My dear listener, I'm really glad you came across this because if you're hearing these words right now, there's a reason for it. This moment isn't random. So give me your attention, not partially, not while multitasking, but fully. For the next few minutes, I want you to do something unusual. I want you to mentally set aside your name, not change it, not imagine a different one. Just let it go for a moment, as if it never belonged to you. Now let go of what you do for a living. Your job title, your responsibilities, your ambitions tied to work. Put all of that down. Next, release your hobbies. The things you say you enjoy, the things that define how you spend your time. Leave them aside too. Now go deeper. Let go of your preferences. The things you like, the things you dislike, the music you enjoy, the food you crave, the opinions you defend. Let go of your beliefs about the world, about other people, about yourself. Let go of your past, your memories, your successes, your failures, your regrets, and even for a moment, let go of your future, your plans, your worries, your expectations. If you truly set all of that aside, even just for a few seconds, something interesting happens. What remains? There's still something there. You're still here, but without the labels, without the stories, without the identities. What exactly is left? What remains is awareness, a quiet presence, the part of you that notices, the part of you that is aware of thoughts rather than being the thoughts themselves, the part of you that can observe emotions without being completely consumed by them. That is the real you. Not your name, not your profession, not your personality traits. Those are layers, they're additions, they're things you've picked up over time. But the observer, the one who is aware of all of it, that has always been there. Think about it. Before you even understood language, before you knew what money was, before you understood relationships or success or failure, there was still something present. You were aware as a child, you didn't think in the same structured way you do now. You didn't have the same beliefs. You didn't have the same identity. And yet you existed. That same presence is still here now. Everything else has changed. Your thoughts have changed, your opinions have changed, your goals have changed. Even your personality has shifted over time. But the awareness behind it all has remained constant. And here's something even more important to realize. Most of what you think defines you was given to you. Your name was given to you. Your early beliefs were shaped by your environment, your family, your culture, your experiences. Even many of your preferences were influenced by what you were exposed to. By the time you became you, so much had already been placed into your mind that it started to feel like it was always yours. But is it really? Or is it something you absorbed? This doesn't mean your life isn't real. It doesn't mean your experiences don't matter. But it does mean that the identity you cling to is not as solid as it seems. And when you realize that, something powerful happens. You begin to loosen your grip. You stop taking every thought so seriously. You stop believing every story your mind tells you. You begin to see that thoughts are just thoughts, they come and go. Emotions are just emotions, they rise and fall. Situations change, people go. Even your own self image shifts over time. But the awareness behind it all, that remains untouched. That's your foundation. That's where your true strength lies. And yet, most people spend their entire lives focused only on the surface. They chase validation, they chase success, they chase approval, love, status, recognition. There's nothing inherently wrong with wanting those things. But the problem is when you believe that those things define your worth, when you believe that achieving something will finally make you complete. Because here's the truth, nothing external can complete you. It can enhance your life, yes. It can bring joy, yes. But it cannot define your essence that comes from within, from that awareness, from that presence, from that deeper part of you that exists beyond all labels. And when you reconnect with that, everything starts to shift. You become less reactive, less controlled by fear, less dependent on outcomes. You still care, you still take action, you still pursue goals, but you do it from a different place, a grounded place, a place of clarity instead of confusion, a place of calm instead of constant noise. And this isn't some abstract idea. It's something you can experience directly, right now if you choose to. All it takes is a moment of stillness. Just sit quietly. No distractions, no phone, no music. Close your eyes if it helps. And simply observe. Notice your thoughts as they appear. Don't try to stop them. Don't try to control them. Just watch. A thought comes in and then it goes. Another one appears and then it fades. You might notice a pattern. Thoughts about the past, thoughts about the future, random ideas, concerns, memories. But here's the key. If you can observe a thought, it means you are not the thought. You are the one observing it. That distinction changes everything. Because once you see that clearly, you stop being controlled by your mind. You start to have space. And in that space, you find freedom. Freedom from overthinking. Freedom from unnecessary stress. Freedom from identifying with every passing emotion. And the more you practice this, even for just a few minutes a day, the more natural it becomes. You begin to carry that awareness into your daily life, in conversations, in challenges, in moments of pressure. Instead of reacting instantly, you notice. Instead of getting lost, you stay present. And from that place, your actions become more intentional, more aligned, more effective. Because you're no longer operating on autopilot, you're actually awake to your own experience. And here's something else to understand. Everything you want in life, whether it's success, health, love, peace, it doesn't come from the external world alone. Yes, actions matter. Yes, effort matters. But the quality of your inner state plays a huge role. Your mindset, your awareness, your ability to stay grounded and clear. That's what fuels everything else. Think of it like this. Your external life is a reflection of your internal state. If your mind is constantly chaotic, distracted, and reactive, your results will reflect that. But if your mind is clear, focused, and present, your actions will naturally improve, and so will your outcomes. This is why reconnecting with your awareness is so important. It's not about escaping life, it's about engaging with it more effectively, more consciously, more powerfully. And the best part is, you don't need anything special to begin. No tools, no complicated techniques, just your attention, just your willingness to pause. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference. 10 minutes of sitting in silence, 10 minutes of observing your thoughts, 10 minutes of reconnecting with that deeper part of yourself. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. Your mind might resist. You might feel restless. That's normal. But if you stay with it, something starts to shift. You begin to notice the gap between you and your thoughts. You begin to feel a sense of calm that doesn't depend on circumstances. And slowly, that calm starts to carry into the rest of your day. Your reactions soften, your clarity improves, your stress decreases. Not because your life suddenly becomes perfect, but because your relationship with it changes. And that changes everything. So today, give yourself that space, even if it's just few minutes. Sit in silence, observe, notice, and remind yourself you are not just your name, you are not just your job, you are not just your thoughts, your emotions, or your past. You are the awareness behind all of it, the presence that experiences life, the observer that remains steady while everything else changes. And when you truly understand that, not just intellectually but through experience, you start to live differently, more freely, more intentionally, more fully. So take that time today, sit quietly, breathe, observe, and watch what begins to shift, because your life doesn't change when the outside changes, it changes when you do. And this is where that change begins.